Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be an update for my project 10 uses. I was inspired to do this project by Chic Geek, and this has been really great for me to just slowly work through my collection, shop my stash a little bit, and have less of a commitment than my other project pans. 10 uses is completely doable. This is never my tippy top priority, so it is kind of slow moving, but we do have rollouts today. I'm gonna start off with the non-eyeshadow products and then we will move into eyeshadows. I am reducing this project from 6 items to 5 because I have started an additional project pan and we gotta trim some things down, you know? And we're going to do that together. I am so tired. I'm basically delirious, but I haven't been able to film in like 2 weeks. So I definitely wanted to film today. Let's start off with the bright red liquid lipstick that has been in here for a million years. As of the last update for this project, I had used it 6 times and I'm happy to say I've officially used it 4 more times, meaning I've hit my 10 use goal. I absolutely love the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick formula, but I just don't reach for a red all that much. And it being in this project for so long is definitely telling that I can probably stand to declutter some reds in my collection because I'm sure I have like 6+ red lipsticks. I do love a red lip when I wear it, but I much prefer to go a little bit crazy on the eyeshadow, and this would be a bit much, but this is officially rolling out of our project. The other liquid lipstick I have in here is from Huda Beauty. This is in the shade Trendsetter, which is a very warm, orangey leaning kind of brown nude. As of the last update, I had used this 4 times and I have used it 5 times since then, which I didn't notice until I was gathering up the products for this video. Is I'm at 9 out of 10 uses on this. I do plan on just wearing this tomorrow and being able to roll it out next time, but I'm not going to be replacing it just yet, but we will for sure have this as a rollout in the next update. And lastly, for non-eyeshadow, I have my BH Cosmetics 10 color nude blush palette, and this is a randomized selection and it was this blush here that was chosen. I always try it, you can't really see like how almost neon corally pink this shade is. As of the last update, I had used it 3 out of 10 times and I reached for it 5 additional times since then, so I'm at 8 out of 10 uses. I'm feeling better and better about this project and my next update. So I only need 2 more uses on this one. I really struggle to show you how bright it is, but it is a really fun color. It's great for layering, and I have mixed it with basically almost every shade in here except for this highlighter to adjust the tone a little bit, especially coming into fall. I mixed it with this almost like bricky red kind of shade to have more of a autumnal look with these shades to just tone it down. And I'm having fun with it regardless. I can see the outline of the ring in the center, but I'm not even allowing myself to truly consider the possibility that I could ever hit pan in this. Moving on to eyeshadows, I have 2 randomized eyeshadow shades specifically and 1 palette that I chose myself. So one of my randomized shades came from my Glamlite Ice Cream Dream palette. I absolutely love this palette. I'm so happy I was able to work on it. The shade that was drawn in is Butter Pecan, this kind of like burnt peach matte. As of the last update, I had used it 7 times and it was really easy for me to reach for it 3 more times, meaning I met my 10 use goal. I'm really sad to be putting this away, but I did get a lot of use from this in the summer months. I reached for a lot of different shades in here, and it is just so big in my everyday makeup drawer. And we're in October, so it is time to say goodbye to this guy for a little while at least, but I did meet my goal on this. The other randomized shade came from my Sephora Pro Warm palette, and it is the shade Cedar, which is the second to last shade. I had used this 2 times as of the last update. When I rolled this in, I thought maybe I could use it in my brows because it looks very neutral when, you know, next to shades like this. My voice is disappearing. But in the eyebrows, it did still appear very warm. I have very cool toned brow hair, so if I use a warm toned shade in them, it just looks a little strange, so it didn't work for that. I'm rambling. I used it 2 times as of the last update and 6 additional times since then, so I'm also at 8 out of 10 uses on this. Now I'm semi-wishing that I would have just filmed this in a few days and we could have had an even more exciting update, but that's okay. 2 more uses on this. This is another palette that I have found myself bopping around and using other shades, which is absolutely my intention with having randomized eyeshadows in this project, is I'm able to pull in a random palette and yes, focus on one shade for 10 uses, but also be able to use the other shades more freely than I felt in the past with my Pan Those eyeshadows before. In my last update, I believe it was my last update, I rolled in the Colourpop Going Coconuts palette. The goal is obviously to use this 10 times and I've only reached for it twice so far. I don't know what it is about this palette. When I open it and I use it, I enjoy it, but this is never what I reach for. Does that make sense? This is perfect for every day. It's perfect for work. I can see that this is like a workhorse palette and so many people have pans showing in theirs. I've reached for this less than 5 times and I've owned it for almost 5 years. I don't know what my hang up is on this palette. I do love neutrals. I love having fun with color, but I do love neutrals, and the 2 looks I've created in the last month or so I have really enjoyed. I think I reached for almost every shade within those 2 looks. Oh, maybe not these 2, but I tried to get use out of all the shades. I'm not reaching into here for one specific shade for those 10 uses, just get use out of the palette as a whole, and I kind of want the majority of my look to be made from this palette and maybe just 1 or 2 other shades. Again, I'm rambling. I don't know what my hang up is with this palette, but I want to get over it, and so I put it in this project to use 10 times, but I have 8 more uses to go. So we will be rolling out my red liquid lipstick and my Glamlite Ice Cream Dream palette. And as I mentioned, I did start Pan Those eyeshadows recently. A little bit of a twist on that project. I do still want to have a randomized eyeshadow, but maybe just 1 and 1 palette that I chose. We will see, but I am dropping this project down to 5, so I'm rolling in 1 item and it's not an eyeshadow. I am choosing to roll in my Smashbox Spotlight palette. This is in the shade Pearl. This is in collaboration with Casey Holmes and it has been really neglected in my collection. We have a more subtle highlight, a more like traditional standard highlighter, if you will, and then this one has a bit more of a glittery finish to it, and I would like to use this highlighter trio 10 times. I don't care which shades I get the most use out of. It's probably going to be this one, to be honest. I don't love this one as much because it has those more glittery particles in it, but I do still use it. But this has been really neglected and I wanted to pull it into this project. I think next update is going to be amazing. I have 2 more uses on my blush, on my dark brown eyeshadow, and 1 more use on this nude lipstick. So this will be, and I just through that by accident. It will be an amazing update next month. I can't wait to share that with you. I have no idea what I'll be rolling in, but that's a problem for future Emily. But in saying that, if you have any products that you think I should roll in or that you have noticed I've been neglecting, then definitely leave those in the comments, along with if you enjoyed today's Project Pan update. Is Project 10 Uses something that you do with your collection, or are you not a project panner at all, which I figure most of the people that watch these videos do love project pans, but maybe more traditional project pans. I don't know. I just love chatting with you guys in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!